So that's probably going to be a point in their argument. Like, well, if the guy was just doing his job and actually bringing money to the table, I don't have to sell my titties on OnlyF. And I get it. Okay, yeah, I get it. That could be, but no, but no. Yo, Kendrick's here in 2 weeks.
No. Nah.
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
No. I'm sorry. No.
Yo, what do you have against my boy K-Dot?
I don't, bro. I really don't.
It's just not your cup of tea, huh?
Yeah. I'm illiterate, so it don't really hit my brain cells like it's supposed to, you know.
What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Welcome back to another episode of the Savages in the Box. It's your boy Nefty, and I'm here with my fellow Savage. Okay, Mr. Wait, what did Young Ma said? Young Ma said like Eli didn't have a hitter to the left of me, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about Ray, but
yeah.
Everybody's favorite first baseman. Let's give a round of applause to Eli, a.k.a. Mark Teixeira.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm emphasizing the Mark Teixeira because we saw a post this week. Someone, I don't remember the IG page, but someone was like, oh, man, it's pretty sad how much we forget about such a great first baseman like Mark Teixeira. And I was like, no.
Nah.
Not us.
Don't sleep.
Not us. All factions of him. Atlanta Mark Teixeira, Yankee Mark Teixeira, whatever.
Yep.
He was that guy playing first base. And to the far right, we have...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our third Savage is not here today. He has educational things to attend to.
Yeah.
So we got to respect his... What do you guys get for college? What's diploma hunting?
Diploma, yeah.
Yeah. We got to respect people diploma hunting. So Jefferson is not here today. We're gonna hold it down for you. Finish the little project that you got going on, and we'll hold it down. We'll hold it down. But most importantly, you guys, listeners and watchers that are here, we are happy that you guys are tuning in. Being that you guys here, make sure you guys like the video if you enjoyed this podcast, because trust me, you will. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 80% of our viewers haven't been subscribers. Now, we're getting a lot of love recently, but let's lower that 80% not subscribed number. Let's lower that. You guys are enjoying the shorts, enjoying the episodes, giving us a lot of love and feedback. So let's reciprocate and just it takes 2 seconds of your day. Nice little subscribe button right there. We would truly appreciate it. If you want extra and uncut versions, extra episodes and uncut versions of the main episodes, head over to Patreon. Small $4.99 a month, you get 4 extra Patreon exclusive episodes, and then the 4 main episodes uncut. And all our people over at Google, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. What's up? What it do? We don't forget you guys as well. Make sure you guys follow us over there. Give us the 5 stars if you haven't yet. And if you guys want to be extra, read all about it with us, hit us with a nice $3.99 a month. We would truly appreciate it. Mark Teixeira, how we feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. The game was tough. Obviously, we could tell I'm a little hurt. But I felt good, man. Finally. I've been not struggling, but, swing hasn't felt completely intact. But today, man, today I was hitting. I was hitting some balls sharp, even things that were uncomfortable for me as of late. I was a hard out today. So it was fun. Definitely a tough game. Came out with a dub, so that was fun.
I was about to ask, you guys win?
Yeah, we won. It was a tough game. Went 10 innings. It was
extras.
Yeah, extras.
What's the final score, if you don't mind?
It was 5-3, I think, or 5-2, something like that.
Tough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, my squad, which is Jefferson squad, I obviously don't play due to my ACL surgery that I've had in January, but we ended up winning as well today. So we are coming off wins. So congratulations to both our teams. Speaking of tough wins, I don't know if you've noticed all week. It's very hard not to notice, but the big famous question that gets asked. Literally, it gets asked every year. Every year it gets asked, and it seems like this is the time of year that everybody wants to ask about it. 100 men versus one gorilla.
No.
For the men?
No, bro. It's a no. We don't have a chance, bro. We don't have a chance. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't got a chance. Bare hands, we don't have a chance. We're ripped in half.
All 100 of them.
All 100, yeah. They attack all at once. Yeah, no. Still no. I promise you. They see two dudes get ripped apart. Yeah, they're going the other way, bro. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You gotta have like 70 like atoms from Houston. You need like those dudes. You need like The Rock, like 30 of The Rock. You need like I don't think just 100 normal men have a chance, bro. We need tranquilizers. We need like machine guns to just murder him.
Murder is crazy.
Bro, he's gonna murder the 100 men.
I disagree.
You're on drugs.
I disagree. I think just the sheer number, not the sheer, just the number of 100. Now, just like you said, there's variables that go into it, because you are right. That gorilla is going to smash 10 dudes to pieces, and the next 30 are like, oh, okay, hold on, wait. All right, you know what? Well, I ain't signed up for this. I ain't think homeboy was just going to rip my head off my shoulders.
Yeah, bro.
So you're right. Now we're down 40 off rip because 10 got murdered, right? And the next 30 is like, nah, I'm not with it.
Facts.
But if we get 100, let's say we get 100 army niggas, 100 army men or whatever, men that hunt, men that know how to survive, knowing that they might be sacrificed for the greater good. You give 100 men 3 ropes, they can tie them down. Maybe because a gorilla is strong.
Yeet, come here.
I mean, yeah.
Yeet, come here. You gotta tie knots on this dude.
Listen,
how fast are you gonna be able to tie a knot on his man's arm?
The Avengers almost took down Thanos. They almost took the gauntlet off his hands. It wasn't because Star-Lord's dumbass, Star-Lord's emotional dumbass ruined everything.
Can you repeat that first sentence?
The Avengers almost took off.
Almost, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost ain't enough, bro.
But 100 men could get it as long as they stay focused on the task.
Yo, they had
Star-Lord was like, oh, you killed my girlfriend.
Yeah, and guess what? Men are gonna be in that same emotional bag, bro. They're gonna be like, yeah, you know what?
But they gotta think about it. Yo, if this gorilla slaughters this 100 men, my child might be next. So we gotta accomplish this mission. Ahora. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro. No.
And don't bring variables. What if we do have a tranquilizer?
No, that's easy. That's what I'm saying. If there's like nothing, just mano,
I still think we
punch
can do
for
it.
punch.
Bro, they're just sheer force. They don't even know how to run in diagonal. I mean, again, if I don't shit my pants, if a gorilla is launching at me,
I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. You've been in a fight. I've been in a couple fights. I've hit someone and 2 dudes were like, all right, I'm going the other way. And I'm a nobody. I don't box. I just hit him with an boom, put him, and they was like, you know what? That looked deadly. I'm gonna just check myself out. Foul.
Okay.
And 8 rips you apart. You're telling me that you're not gonna walk away?
Okay, so
guts everywhere.
No. So
you
let's use
liver, bro.
Nah, see, I don't like that. Let's use your scenario. Let's use your scenario. Okay, you're in a fight. You mollywop homeboy, the first dude, but the other 20 dudes that are standing there, you could take the 20.
I'm mano y mano. I have no chance, bro. It's an 8.
All right, mano y mano. The one gorilla got none against the 100. He gonna slaughter 10 and then look at the 90 like, damn.
I don't think dudes have seen real life a freaking guy a gorilla just rip apart. That's bone. They're gonna. I'm not. Don't put me in 100. Nope. They're gonna be like, go, and I'm gonna go walk over. I'm gonna cross the street.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna get a
But
bagel. I'm not there.
Humans are also schemers. We're also gonna scheme how we're gonna get this done.
Yo, what's this dude's name? Can we actually make that a thing?
What dude?
He's the one. He's like famous for
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, bro. Can Mr. Beast make that thing?
He said that he was gonna.
Dudes.
He said he was gonna try to do that.
I don't
know how he's gonna attempt that, because then that means
mean ass waiver.
Yeah. Because that means there's gonna be blood on his hands, so he's gonna have to figure that one out.
Mean ass waiver, and there's got to be money involved. No one's just gonna selfishly be like, yeah, nah. There's gotta.
Yeah, bro. I'll voluntarily get slaughtered. I'm cool.
Nah. Nope.
That's not me saying. I'm saying like that. That's what they would tell.
No, yeah. No. You gotta give me $1 billion if you think
a Billy.
I'm gonna just be honest. There's no way I'm gonna go in there and nah. Damn, that's bad. I want to live life, bro. You can cut me off at like 80, and then I'll be all right. I'll fight at 80.
80 what?
80 years old.
You're not fighting.
I'll be in good shape at 80.
Yo, dog, we can barely move right now, and we're 30.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was a dumb move. That was dumber move. Dumb and dumber.
It's a good show.
Really
or
good.
movie, whatever.
Yeah. No, yeah, bro. I'm sorry. At 80, I'm gonna be good. I think I'll have the what is it called? I'll go to the doctors. I'll get that nice extra testosterone. Yeah.
So you're telling me you at 80 years old with a testosterone shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
fares better than the 100 men.
No, I'm saying that I will put myself in that position because if I die, I die. You know what I mean?
Okay, so all right. So let's say the 100 men are also crackheads.
But they're uncoordinated. All you have to do is take
the
away
gorilla's uncoordinated. It's just pure strength, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think he sees blood, bro. I think once he gets the first rip, he might eat. What happens if he start eating? That's crazy.
They're not carnivorous.
I'm just saying though.
They probably are. I'm just talking out of my ass, man.
He goes red. Start eating the head. No, there's no way, bro. There's no way, bro.
I think the funny part about this whole scenario is then everybody started bringing up other scenarios like
what?
like 100 women against accountability.
Nah.
100 women against an oil change.
Nah, bro. Or the worst part.
100 men communicating.
Nah,
I'm losing that one. Or if I'm the 100 men against communication, L.
100 women trying to park.
Okay.
Bro.
So you know what? If we break it down like that, then yeah, okay, then I get it. 100 men can't beat a gorilla then. If we can't even beat accountability, we can't beat a gorilla.
Yo, what? And yeah, we can't communicate, but we're gonna communicate to beat this freaking bro.
Ego kicks in.
Ego gets you killed, bro.
All right, listen. To talk about men and egos, the NBA playoffs is now entering the second round, okay? And what a first round. What a first round. I know to some people it wasn't, I know to some people maybe the first round wasn't that attractive. Lakers fans, I get it. Lakers in 5 ended up being Minnesota in 5.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're probably going to break down that a little bit. You want to get into that first before we get into anything else?
Yeah, and well, I'm going to be honest, bro. I think this all first round was pretty good, bro. Besides obviously the Memphis and OKC series.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you were just watching basketball,
these guys too, right? Didn't Cleveland sweep whoever? Who did Cleveland play?
I wasn't even watching.
It doesn't even matter.
They got swept too.
It doesn't even matter.
But for me, I'm like, that Magic's and Boston, that was a really good series. Like, I got to see Boncaro, myself, Franz, and those guys go at JT and them boys. Even though obviously they lost in 5. But the physicality of the game. Oh yeah. The physicality of the game, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm with it. And then obviously our series was good too. Obviously not in the the way I wanted it to go, But that was also, I felt like, a good series because there was no blowouts. Every game was to the wire. 2 minutes in a game, it can go either way. So that was also cool. What other? We got Game 7. Obviously, for you guys are gonna know the winner. But Houston and Golden State, that series, Game 7, also phenomenal series. And then you have Clippers going down to Denver. That series was great too. So first round for me as a fan, not obviously for the Lakers, but as a fan in general, I'm like, I was in tune with all those series. But to break down the Lakers, I just think JJ was a little stubborn. I just think that there's no way that you have a game at home and there's no adjustment from game 1. I get it. Hayes was minus 11 in his time on the court, but there's no way you let Gobert look like Shaq and have 30 like 20 and 20. It was gross. It was gross to see. We couldn't rebound. Even when we did get stops, we couldn't secure the board. That led to open threes. That led to open lanes. It led to a lot. And you're asking a team that is smaller, because obviously with Randall, Naz Reid, and Gobert, you're asking Smith, and you're asking Rui, and you're asking LeBron every possession to box out and get a rebound. You're asking AR to also box out and get a rebound. So that alone, we gotta change it up. He went small and decided to go smaller with Gabe Vincent. And I'm like, what did he give you? Nothing. Yeah, so for me, obviously, JJ had a great season. I'm not knocking him. Being the 3rd seed in the West is great. Having your first playoff series, I thought a couple adjustments that I thought he would have made, he didn't. And he left out Hayes. We have no bigs, and that really hurt us. And you can see that, not having a rim protector with Luka being, defenseless out there, it made it hard because you got then Rui, you got AR, you got Smith, you got Vanderbilt. They're all coming over to help, but then Luka's not helping them with the help. So, all right, they pick you up. Luka slide over to the 3. Nah, DiVincenzo's getting shots. You got Daniels looking like I said before, like a beast. He had 2 games over 25 points. One game he had 30. So they had guys looking better than what I think they really are. No knock to them because they showed out. But there was chances within those games where even with all that, I felt like they could have won. So they got to make an adjustment. They got to figure it out going next year. What are they going to do? What is LeBron going to do? What is Luka going to do? Does he resign? Does LeBron leave? Does he retire next year? 23rd year. All-Star game is in LA. A lot of speculation. It's going to be an off-season to pay attention to. I think they should go for like a guy like Porzingis if he's available. I know that Boston is your team. I think they have to either Drew or Porzingis. They got to pick one or the other on who's going to go. And if Porzingis is on the table, I think the Lakers should give a knock and be like, hey, we'll give you AR. We'll give you Rui to combat that in that area. Because he definitely spread the floor, and obviously he can go ahead and rebound. That's something that they couldn't do. So I think that could be a possibility. I didn't really put too much stock into thinking, but that's the first one that came to mind, knowing that he might be available. And that's all I really got to say. I don't know what you think about Luka and what you think if he's going to stay, if he's going to go. Does he sign a big extension? Does LeBron leave? What are your thoughts on that?
Let me ask you this: was Luka only on the contract this season?
I think so. He's a
free agent.
I think he's free to go. Yeah. It's a 1 year. It was literally he has to sign the extension. Obviously, he gets a nice paycheck. So I wonder if he's going to stay, if he's going to go. That's something that they asked him in the presser, and he said he has not thought about it. He didn't give a clear, and LeBron too. They asked him, "Hey, what are your thoughts? Going into next year?" And he said that, "Hey, I might have one, maybe two." Wasn't also clear. You know them. They're not going to show you their hand on what they plan on doing. So I wonder what if next year is his last year.
I think Luka is going to stay. I think LeBron's probably going to take a pay cut just to help out Luka's contract negotiation, but it's going to be tough though, because like you said, you guys are going to need a lot of the mismatch that you guys had against Minnesota, which it's not just you guys, because last year, or I think it was the year before, Denver was also mismatched, being that they didn't have enough big men to go along against their 3 big men at the time, because they had Cat. Obviously they're down Cat, but they still have 2 big men that can and like you said,
3 low key.
Who's
Randall really played well. I have to give.
You're right. I forgot about Randall.
Randall had an amazing series.
I forgot about Randall. Even though Randall's kind of like a hybrid, he plays the 3 here and there. But I guess you could say the same thing with Rui. But
my thing with that is that you have a guy like Randall. He could shoot the 3, but he's on go. He's attacking the rim. He's putting pressure on you. He was putting pressure on LeBron, Rui, anybody that was going. He was attacking. Even if he was making, which he did a lot. Missing and going after the rebound and putting it back up is crazy to me. Nas Reed, I'm saying off a miss from Randall and getting the rebound and going back up. That just shows you how the lack of length that they don't have. And I think they need a guy that can rebound and also spread the floor. Because we've seen during the season, before the trade, AD alone was killing them 3 alone, and being a rim protector where, hey, we have Vandy, we have Smith, we have Fudge and AR and to play, and Rui to play, and we can switch and we can move. And then if we send them to AD, it's easy, bro. It's easy. Punching stuff. But you don't have that no more. And now you also have a liability who you need to also help more on. And you got to send 2 guys, because guess what? He can't stay in front, and they're headhunting him every time. And that's what they did. They literally switched. Give me Luka. I'm going at Luka. All right, you're going to help. Hey, yo, DiVincenzo. Hey, yo, Daniels. Hey, yo, Nas Reed. You're getting open looks. You just got to knock him down. And the last game, the amount of misses, like, if you look at it, they were 3 for like 40. It was like 7 for 47 from 3. It was gross. They couldn't make a shot. And the fact that Rui had 25 and 20 and they won that game when they should have never won it was also gross. So even them playing bad, their worst game of the series, and you have a guy like Gobert just scorch you like that, just shows he was too hard-headed to make the switch. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I got to throw in Hayes. Maybe I've lived and died this way. I got to switch it up. There's no way that I'm going to go out looking like this. And they did. They had no answer.
All right. Well, way to break it down. Now, switching over to the East, another series that went 6 games?
Yeah.
Went 6 games. And we both of us on this couch feel like the outcome should have went the other way due to how they had the team down, on the ropes. But unfortunately, first time in this rodeo, they don't really understand the magnitude of the situation. Yeah. Knicks have been here multiple times in a row already, so they understand what it is to play in the playoffs. But the Knicks ended up taking care of the Detroit Pistons in 6 games to move on into the second round, which they will face the Boston Celtics. But if you ask us both, no hate against the Knicks, because we do think they're a solid team. Yes, there's certain aspects that a lot of either Knicks fans or other people, explain.
It's New York. You know how to for New York.
What they want to bring up with the Knicks, we're really like, nah, I don't think that's what should be highlighted because I don't think that's a reason why you guys could or would win, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, we don't think they should have won the series. Pistons had enough and did have enough to win this series. There was multiple games they should have won that they just folded in the last couple of minutes. Mr. Clutch came in and did whatever he's supposed to do. And regardless of him being named Mr. Clutch, it's also defensive woes that Pistons had or just like mishaps. Like, okay, I get it. He's Mr. Clutch. But why are we allowing whoever's defending Mr. Clutch to just be on an island?
Yeah.
You know?
You can't let Thompson be on an island.
I'm sorry?
I said you can't let Thompson be on an island, and this is no disrespect to him because he did play really well against Brunson. But your job as a head coach is we know this. He was named the clutchest player of the year, and with time on the clock, late in game, you're gonna live and die with Thompson on him. I think you got to get the ball out of his hands. I want to see Mikal get the last shot. I want to see Josh Hart. I want to see Cat get the last shot. Make someone else beat you. Don't allow him to go one-on-one and knock a shot that he's more than capable of knocking. So I think once he had Thompson on his backside, I'm whoever I am, Schroeder or Cade, send a double, make someone else beat you. And they didn't do that. And like I said before, like you said, last year they scored. They won 10 games. This year they looked a completely different team, and it's just a growing pain because I agree. I think there were games in the series where the Pistons could have won in 6, and it was just mental lapse on defense. Also, not knowing where to go with the ball on offense once they blitz Cade. I think you got to know what you're doing once it's a 3-on-2 in the middle of that free throw line. Hey, am I going to take it to the rim or I'm going to give it out to the shooters? And I think that's where they lacked. But like I said, shout out to them. They're going to have to figure it out. And they're going to have to figure out what the hell they're going to do with Cat. I'm going to keep saying it. They need to be able to use him more. There's no way that he had 2 or 3 games with 15, 17 points.
Yeah.
I think when you have Tobias Harris guarding Cat, I just think that that's a total mismatch. I just think that it should have been barbecue chicken. You should have been in that low post just going one-on-one until they asked for the double. And then obviously letting everything else open up with all those guys like OG and Mikal and obviously Brunson. Like, let the offense go through him in that low post because Tobias should not be guarding you. There should be no reason that Cat is on the wing at the three-point line asking for Brunson to set him a screen. Like, there's certain things a part of their offense where I'm like, it's so elementary. Where I just think Boston and the way they scheme, and which is why they can't beat them, is that they defensively scheme against a simple pick and roll.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat them with street ball. You're not. And that's why they're 0-17 against good teams. So for the Knicks fans, I don't think there's anything you can do because you've been living and dying with Brunson late game. But the game ain't close. There's no clutch.
Yeah.
So Game 1, we will already know by the time this comes out, and I think Boston, I'm giving a little indicator right here, a little preview. I think Boston wins by 10. I think they go ahead and hit them in the mouth early. I think they coming off that series, a hard-fought series, I think they go ahead and lose by 10 in the Garden. That's my prediction.
Well, that would be Game 3 because I think the Celtics are a higher seed. So Game 1 will be Game 1 and 2 is in Boston. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad. I don't know why I said the Garden.
Yeah, it's just you broke it down perfectly. I don't think there's anything that I need to say. I think you said everything that I could or would say. The only thing I would add is, even though you touched upon it, Balls, a little bit as well. For this guy to be a major piece for you guys, he wasn't that this series, and to me, that's a little alarming.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against Detroit, because Detroit did play hard. They did play defense. But I don't know if I could just give Detroit the full props on limiting Cat.
Yeah.
Cat had games where he only scored 7 points.
Yeah.
Sorry. And even if he did win that game, which I don't remember right now, 7 points is not going to cut it against Boston.
No.
7 points is not going to cut it against Cleveland if you do beat Boston, and let's say you meet Cleveland or the Pacers, I guess, because the Pacers also have enough big men to go against Cat.
Yeah.
Or maybe not enough, but at least big men that can go against Cat and defend them out and to three.
Better than Tobias Harris.
So
Like,
yes, Cat had games where Cat did his thing. That's not what I'm here saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying for Cat to be a major component to your guys' success, we can't have in a series of 6 Cat scoring less than 15 for 3 games.
yeah.
That's not a feasible thing. And that's the only thing I'm going to add to this, because I think Big E, I think you broke it down perfectly. And I'm just going to leave it at that. The whole Cat not playing consistently, which has been a thing. And I think that was a reason why at the beginning of the season when they made the trade at Gil's house at the treehouse, I think that was like a thing that we try to bring up too, is like, yo, bro, I get the stats. I get what Cat did in Minnesota, but this, that, and the third. But if you string 10 games, you're not getting that in 8 of them.
Yeah.
You might get that for 6. And for someone that a lot of people are putting all their chips onto the table for, I need more than 6 games of you scoring 20 and 10.
Yeah.
That's just me. Again, against teams that have the big man, have coaches that can scheme. Then when you get to the finals, what are you going to do when Gobert and Naz Reid, if you meet Minnesota, or if you meet let's say you meet Golden State, they play roughhouse, especially with Draymond over there. What is Cat going to do? Someone that likes to flop a lot and he's not really good with the whole roughness. Regardless of what you guys think, oh no, Cat is tough. It's just the shenanigans. No, to me that just means he's soft.
No.
Now, he's also 7'1", so it's obviously going to look like he's not being overpowered. But, brother, if I have to insert the picture of him posting up DeMarcus Cousins, I would do it. DeMarcus Cousins didn't move an inch.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Guys that can defend, guys that are rough, guys that have the body. Cat's going to look like a mouse out there.
Yeah.
And that is the alarming thing with me with Cat. I'm not saying he can't do the 25 and 10 or the 30 and whatever. It's that when I need you, because Brunson is tapped out at 34 points right now, when I need you to score an extra 4 to get you to the 25 mark, you're like,
Yeah.
3-point line. Let me get a screen from Brunson. What are we doing, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like Tobias really was locking him up some of them games. Like, I was really shocked.
Yeah, and Tobias is a vet, so you kind of have to not accept it, but you got to give Tobias. He's know what he's gonna do, but
He's no slouch. But
it is Tobias, and Tobias is what 6'6"?
Yeah, maybe 6'6", 6'8". But I'm just like, yo, K-Town, bro. Like, your strength, your size, the length that you have, yo, cut the court in half, bro. Get the ball at that 15 foot range. Like, work from there. Work on that triple threat. You are going to fry. The fact that you're taking 3 long ass steps to the rim and being defended at the rim, like.
And I think that's the other thing too. I think especially in the series against the Pistons, none of that was Cat's doing. It was either garbage points, cleanup points, or something that Brunson and Hart managed to make up that allowed Cat to get the open shot, then open layup. What do you call these things that you an alley-oop, whatever. It's not Cat. Cat's not doing what Joker's doing. Cat's not doing what Embiid's doing. We got guys that really could get to their spots. You can now. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it at all. Because I know me saying this. Oh no, but look at this play. I'm not saying Cat never does it.
Yeah.
I need I don't. I could care less. You guys need that consistently from someone that you're going all in on. That's what I'm saying.
Especially if you guys think that you're gonna beat Boston, like you need him to perform at a high level. However long the series is gonna be. Like, there's no way that you think that Brunson is just going to take over every game and win you every game. We've seen JT Brown score in the 20, but then you have Derek White and you have Drew 36 and 24 and win the game where Franz and Boncaro had 36 and 27. So Boston has a lot of different areas to go to the ball. With Pritchard, Porzingis, with White, JT Brown. There's a lot of guys to cover.
And I know you can say this for a lot of teams. Like, I think you can say this for the Cavs. Everyone wants to be talking about, but Banchero did his thing. You did your thing this series, along with Franz. Correct. All right, cool, great. It was cute. But guess what? If you guys do understand or really truly watch basketball, the Celtics only really did like 1 to 2 things to win the series. They didn't open up their trick books. They didn't open up the playbook and be like, damn, we're back, our backs against the wall. We really need to start scheming. They did nothing. They really went kind of mano-a-mano. There were certain sets here and there. Missoula did hit like level 1 type Missoula madness.
Yeah.
What is the Knicks gonna do? Especially, and a lot of Knicks fans do agree with me. I know a lot of my friends / coworkers are Knicks fans, and let me tell you, they are in the same sentiment of what I'm about to say. The biggest downfall that you guys have is the coaching.
Yeah.
Someone that runs your players to the ground, okay?
Yeah.
Scheming wise and substitution wise, he's probably one of the worst.
Yeah, man.
You think against a madman like Missoula, you think against Kenny Atkinson, who you guys used to have on your coaching staff. You think against Steve Kerr, or who's the coach of Minnesota, if you guys make it to... You think that kind of stuff is just going to be, swept under the rug against those type of coaching? I think you're madly mistaken.
Yeah. And they're gonna take advantage of Brunson on these switches. The teams are not afraid to get to hunt for these switches. Missoula loves to get these switches onto these guards that they can handle. Obviously, they did it with AKA Luka Doncic in the finals. They will headhunt. If you cannot guard the guards, best believe Drew, White, JT, they are gonna go ahead and attack Brunson, and you better be ready to move your feet, because once they get by, y'all better know where y'all gotta be, because it's gonna be easy.
And I'm sorry, let me not disrespect Houston, because I keep saying Warriors are Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Even if Houston passes by, their coach is also not a slouch. He also won 60+ games when he coached in Boston, and I think this year they won 50 games. Ime Udoka knows how to write down the X's and O's on the whiteboard.
And Sagoon is no slouch.
And
Sagoon, no slouch.
And that's the other thing too.
Cat.
Yeah,
Oof.
Cat.
Oof.
Yo, your offensive stats look cute. Oof. You defensively, brother.
Ooh. Sagoon will go.
So you might score 20. This might be the same argument that we tend to have with Joker and Embiid.
Yeah.
You might be able to score 20, but so is Sengun.
Yeah. And guess what?
Porzingis might score 20 just shooting the rock.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna get difficult. It's only gonna get harder. Like this next step, you're facing Boston. Then you might face the Cavs. Then if you get to the next round, there's 4 other teams. Denver, if they get through, it'll get critical.
Just what we're saying right now, that's the sad part. We are even saying, hey, you might beat Boston. But once you beat Boston, now it's a tougher person you got to face.
Yeah.
And if you have enough, if you only had enough, because I'm saying enough, I don't care if it was 4-2, it was only enough to beat Detroit. Let's say you have enough to beat the Celtics. That enough probably won't pass you against the Cavs.
Yeah.
Let's say you do. That enough might not pass you to the finals. There's going to be a point in time where you're just going to hit a wall and you're going to go, oh, okay, I think I understand now.
Yeah, because if you beat Boston, I think it's 7. If you beat the Cavs, it's going to be 7. If you somehow make it to the finals, y'all going to lose in 5 because y'all going to be dead.
And the worst part is the professional anchors or whatever called analysts that are Knicks fans, i.e. Stephen A. says it. He said it the other day, Celtics are 5.
I agree. My heart says Celtics in 5, but I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take it easy. Celtics in 6.
Yeah. Like I know we're also in a little weird era this year with Stephen A. where we're not really fully believing everything he's saying.
Yeah.
But if he's one of those diehard Knicks fans, and listen, I'm going to listen to him sometimes if he's going to talk about, because you are going to be, if you're not delusional, you are going to talk truth about your team.
Yeah. You are. The good and the bad.
Yeah. And I know he is a diehard Knicks fan, but Stephen A. takes it serious when he gets to basketball.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if he says Celtics in 5, that'll let you know. That just let you know how that previous series went. with a premature team that could have won that series. Now you're going against the defending champs, and good luck. Good luck.
Now we're gonna go back to the West.
Yeah.
To another team that just they might be the Knicks of the West. Like they just seem to not get it done when they hear the word playoffs. So let me not say that.
I think it's just one player. I think one player.
True.
One player.
True. Now, because of history, I guess you can't really put it on. But how much longer are we gonna go and just let Kawhi go under the rug? If people are doing this, for example, if people right now are like, "Oh, is this your king?" and then they're listing all the playoff series the Lakers have after the championship, why is no one doing it for Kawhi then?
I think people get on Kawhi, but I don't know if it's because he's so quiet. I don't know if it's because of injuries. I don't know. There were games within that series where he looked amazing, and then there was periods in quarters of crunch time where he needed to go ahead and take over. And they took him out. They sent two, and that's what happens. Like, you go ahead, you're a team like Denver. Obviously, we know that Malone left, but they know already how to win. So they have a coach. All right, Kawhi's killing us,
and they have a player coach.
Correct. We're gonna send two. We're gonna trap you when you get that ball in that triple threat. We're gonna wait for you to put the ball down, and we're gonna send two. And they made sure, hey, Kawhi, you're not beating us. And again,
and if
that
you are,
comes down,
it will only be you.
Correct. So Denver did a really good job of mixing it up, but that's why I put the blame on
Jamison.
James Harden, bro. There's no reason that you have more turnovers than points or field goals made.
That's gross.
In that game 7.
That's gross.
When, but in the beginning, like you said, you look good. You look good all season. Yeah. You look good in those first 4 games. You got worse, progressively worse as the series went on. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they couldn't have won, because game 1 and when it went overtime, Clippers slipped that one up.
You guys had that one.
And then you have a game where Joker shoots off one leg, and then you get that buzzer beater. Like, I understand it. Like, you guys should have won in 6 games. Cool, but you're playing a game 7. You need to be at your best. 11-11 with I don't forget how many turnovers. You're not gonna win. You're not, especially in Denver.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to say James Harden. They don't coexist. Playoff and James Harden do not go together. It's like oil and friggin'
water.
Water. They don't match. Yeah, like.
And you know why? And I agree with you, because at around February, when the Clippers got their little stride, they were like the 2nd seed or whatever the heck they were, and everybody's like, I even remember, I think it was Shaq, and I could be wrong, so my bad, Shaq, if it wasn't you, but I remember someone on ESPN on First Take somewhere. Oh, I think one of the teams that we need to look at, because they could be a championship contending team, is XYZ. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, why? I know that at some point the stigma does get, it does get broken. I get it. It's not, we're not going to hold it over someone's head the whole time. But unfortunately, there's certain players you have to.
Yeah.
When you hear James Harden, wherever he was, Houston, okay? Oklahoma City, I'm not counting that, because technically you weren't the main guy. Yeah. So that success you had, we can't really put it on you. But the success that you guys did have in Houston, the success you end up having in Philly, the small and minor success you had in Brooklyn, and it don't mean nothing to me, because once the word playoffs, like my compadre here says, comes into play.
Yeah.
And he just said it. This was off camera while we were watching game 1 or game 2. I don't remember. He's like, oh, the Clippers look great. I'm not saying you were glazing them like that. Yeah, but you were saying they look great. This might be the one. And I go, bro, talk to me in game 4.
Yeah, no,
let's bring this back up in game 4, because that's when, and I think I specifically said it like this, that's when the real James Harden comes out. And unfortunately for you guys, for the Clipper fans, for the LA Clippers, it's the same thing.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I like James Harden. I like his game, and I was going more with my heart than with my head, because the way they were performing that game, I'm thinking like, damn, they let that game slip away. They win game 2, and I'm like, all right, they're here. Like, I'm thinking they can go ahead and pull away from the series. The way they were playing, the way he was playing, the way Kawhi was playing. But they say the Clippers are the Clippers. You know, they're like the Mets, bro. They're like the Mets.
You're just the Mets.
And it sucks to say. And you got to put some blame on James Harden. I'm just sorry. Because they were.
That's probably
the
main blame.
You can't have a game like that. And obviously there's got to be some blame on Kawhi, because you disappeared in periods where you needed to show up and you didn't. And to be blown out by 30 in a game 7 where you can move on to the next round, it shows.
The thing with Kawhi, and no one's gonna bring it up though, because he has 2 chips, and in 2 chips, no one brings up this ass. This is the one thing about Kawhi. That's why I'm saying, bro, we can't not bring Kawhi into this. Kawhi is Kevin Durant, and what I'm trying to say is, say whatever you want to say. Oh, he's a team player. He brings the team. He averages this many assists. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, Kawhi is bro, I'm gonna bring what I'm gonna bring to the table, and you guys either keep up or get lost.
Yeah, figure it out.
And with the San Antonio Spurs, it helped them out, because guess what? Guess who was on his team? Team players like Tim Duncan, team players like Manu, team players like Tony Parker. Okay, you get to Toronto and win. You have solidified shooters in Danny Green, team players like Van Vliet, team players like Lowry, dudes that while you're being Kawhi,
Siakam.
we got to hit Siakam.
Yeah.
Not Valanciunas? Was it Valanciunas?
Yeah.
Or Gasol? I forgot which
Valanciunas,
one. It was Valanciunas.
Yeah.
Dudes that they're gonna do their job while you're being Kawhi, and it's the same with KD. KD is a very good plug and play guy. You could just put him on any team. But the issue with KD is KD's gonna do his thing, and the rest of the team gotta follow suit. That's why everywhere KD goes doesn't work until he goes on a team that is a well-oiled machine, like the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. So my thing about Kawhi is like, yo, you're cool, you're dandy, you could play defense, you could score, blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. But guess what? You're technically not doing anything that helps your team win. You're just doing you, and the rest of the team is like, what do we do?
That next step, and that next step had to be James Harden, and it wasn't. You know. That year where James Harden and Chris Paul, when they were going against Golden State, they had Golden State in the ropes. You know, you have Game 6 in your house, and we bring it up all the time. Chris Paul goes down to a hamstring injury, and you're thinking, all right, James Harden looks phenomenal. 3-2, you're playing at home in Houston. They're going to win. No.
Negative.
They go Game 7.
Negative goes
in Oakland. No, he can't do it. He literally can't do it. And that brings me to my point. Are we having that talk that James Harden in Houston, 2018 MVP, is the same player as Aaron Judge? MVP. No playoff P. Can we... At this moment in time, can we compare the two? Because it looks like Aaron, you can't do anything. You can't pitch to Aaron Judge. The boy is hitting everything. The dude is playing defense out in right field.
Hey.
He's a menace, batting 400, a freaking on-base percentage of freaking 5. His freaking...
You're wrong for this.
OBP is...
And you know why you're wrong for this?
I'm just saying, bro.
No.
You can't...
You're right in what you're saying. You're wrong in what you're doing, because you know what's about to happen.
Well, he's disgusting.
You're asking the wrong person.
He's disgusting. I wanted the right person, because the right person is what the answer I wanted.
Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Now, people are going to be like, oh no, but James Harden is not the Aaron Judge of NBA. That's not what E is saying. That is not what Ian's saying.
No.
Because we get that. Aaron Judge is, if he's not number one in baseball, he's number two. And James Harden probably never been number one, number two, or number three. Ever. In his time playing NBA. That's not what Big E is saying.
You want me to break this down? I'll break it down a little further.
Go ahead.
Break it down a little further. When we talk about James Harden, what he did in Houston, those 2-3 years that he was a menace, you couldn't guard him. You had guys guarding him all the way on the left side. You had dudes looking dumb playing defense. I haven't seen defense play like that ever. The sidestep,
lack of.
It was insane what he was doing. You know what I mean? We haven't seen that. What Aaron Judge has done these last 3 seasons, dude has 2 MVPs, should have 3. He might go on 4. The dude is a freaking hitting machine that we have not seen. We haven't seen a 6'8" dude.
Well, in a while, at least.
Well, exactly. In a while. Like, the dude is putting up staggering numbers. But I'm talking about you have playoff appearances where you are a no-show. You are literally the Captain America that they like to put Mike Trout on. That like Aaron Judge of baseball, Shohei of baseball.
Oh, well, they did.
You are that guy.
He's about to be the captain of USA team.
You're the captain of USA, bro. And come playoff time, you are batting 179.
You turn into Captain America to Ant-Man. And I'm not talking about Anthony Edwards.
You're talking about that guy. And that's where the comparison has to be made to, like, the peak of both players right now, well, back then and right now. So phenomenal. But the playoff word comes into effect.
Nothing to show.
And nothing to show. And to sit here and be like, and dropping a game 5 at home?
Yo.
You cannot tell me that comparison can't be true.
It's just sick because he had one error the entire 2024 season. And the one error happens to come up game 5 of the World Series. So, with all this being said, yes. Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
Aaron Judge, today's Aaron Judge is, I guess, career James, because we're seeing it obviously this year too.
Yeah.
It's career James Harden in the playoffs.
The peak. I want people to understand how great
I understand
Aaron
the peak
Judge
point.
and how great James Harden was in their peaks and the playoff performances in their peaks. No, nothing to show
with
for.
help. With help.
With help.
Soto did what he was supposed to do. Glaber, for the first time in his entire career, won me. I was a huge, and I still am. But for last year, I had to zip it.
Yeah,
Glaber showed the up
in the playoffs. Sharp.
I couldn't say anything. You have Stanton becoming playoff Stanton. What he is, and like you said, Houston James Harden. You have Chris Paul, who boom. It's Chris. Wherever he goes, it's just it's a winning season.
You had Ariza.
You have Ariza playing defense.
Capella.
You have Meta World Peace at one point, being a defender.
And Clint Capella, that freaking pick and roll was insane. Like, bro, he was a menace, bro.
To have nothing to show. I think you're right.
But
I think you're right.
I just had to say that because Judge is being compared to really phenomenal.
Oh, we're getting
hitters.
I can't even say gross because I know the stat, but we're talking about names like Barry Bonds, Tony Gwynn.
Someone on TikTok compared how great Aaron Judge is doing and why he's not on the same stature and fame as LeBron James. What? The love and respect and the gratitude and how great LeBron is, we're not giving that same energy to Aaron Judge. Are you kidding me?
It's just like...
Are you kidding me?
But you know what?
Not even that I'm a fan of LeBron, but you know where LeBron got 4.
But you know where the comparison does come in? A little bit in the whole LeBron thing? LeBron does have 4, and that's where they don't compare. But for the guy that reigns supreme in a league, never really had, or at some point in time, another team 8 off the plate. And what I'm trying to say is, for Aaron Judge being what you're saying, the LeBron James, people are saying Barry Bonds. Houston has 3 World Series, though, under your belt, under your reign, or 2, I think.
Yeah.
Under your reign. Now the Dodgers have 2 under your reign.
Yeah. But my thing is, it'll be a different conversation because, cool, LeBron, 4 people, 8 on his plate. But performance-wise, let's just go performance. LeBron has performed.
That's true.
Against the Pistons, against Boston.
That's true. That's very true.
Against the Spurs.
I'm just doing the comparison because
100%.
When LeBron was LeBron or still is or whatever, here comes Golden State and Steph Curry and they ate off the plate.
But the level of like we talk about LeBron. There's only the one game out of his career where like LeBron didn't show up, and that was his first year in Miami where he lost to Dallas, where he was a no-show. But besides that, the dude has showed up every time. Yeah. And even if he was unfavored, even in OKC, bro, OKC when they had KD and James Harden and Russell, that series they said OKC's winning in 5 or winning in 6. Everyone had OKC, and they won. Performed, put on a show. Like I need Aaron Judge. Cool, you may not win a ring. You may not. But I want you to be able to perform. That's what I want.
Yeah, because
performance. Your performance will get you the ring.
Even if we don't win the ring, don't be the guy or don't continue being the reason why we're not winning it.
Correct.
Because I think that's the issue. We don't have none of these rings, even though one year we probably should have had it. But we don't. That's not what we're here for to talk about, anyways.
No.
We don't have none of these rings because, unfortunately, once we get to the playoffs, you are reason number 1, if not number 2, behind Boone as to why we're not winning it.
Yeah. Like I just want you to perform. If we're losing and you're hitting and you're defending, I have nothing to say because you're doing your job. When you get to the playoffs, there is lack. It's just lack in every area. Fielding, your plate vision, everything goes to the wall. And that's why I have to make the comparison because those are just 2 great players who right then was in his peak and continues to play well. And his career continues to go and has yet to have played well in the playoffs or when it mattered most. And that's my thing with Aaron Judge. I'm saying this because as of now, he's playing freaking phenomenal. We all agree as a Yankee fan, he should have 3 MVPs. And I know there's people out there that think he should have 3, but you have 2. And the way you're starting off in the month of April, and if you just continue this a slight bit, you're walking away with another one, and you're having 3. You're telling me at this moment we're not judging you no pun intended, on your playoff success in New York? Things have to be talked about.
Yeah. Getting away a little bit, right, from sports because I think we banged it on your heads a little too much right now. Let's have a little fun. And yeah, I'm just here to ask because. Well, I'll get to my point in a second, but have you ever had one, or not had one, subscribed to one, or do you know anybody that has an OnlyFans?
I have not. I did know of someone in a relationship that had one and got caught.
Oh, like her partner or his partner didn't know? It was her?
Oh, yeah. The girl found out that the dude was out here, yeah.
Oh, wait, the dude had the OnlyFans?
Dude had the OnlyFans, and shorty found out, damn, you got an OF? That's crazy. But meanwhile, we've been together for 6 years.
Oh, see.
That's crazy.
This is why. Like, I love this, actually, because this is not where I thought this conversation was going to go. But now you're going to make me go into...
Go there.
It's double standards.
¿Por qué?
Was the girl mad?
Yeah. What,
did she have to pay bills?
Did she have to pay? I don't know the particular on that. I don't know. What about split 50-50? Split 50-50.
I still even... Okay, maybe... my argument probably doesn't come into effect if it's 50-50. But let me just move the goalpost so I can make my point.
But you're playing the money factor. Why we're not
actually playing... Before I get into it, the videos, he's on his own? or there were other people in the videos? Do you know that detail?
No, I don't know the detail of things.
Okay.
I don't know if they were just like privately. These are for you. You know how some
Like
of
he's
them,
just doing things and just to himself.
Yeah.
Like there's not another party in play.
No.
Okay.
No. It's probably things sent.
I'm gonna move the goalpost. If I'm your man and I have an OnlyFans and I'm paying all the bills,
Hey, but I don't think it's the money factor though, bro.
it's the principle.
I think
Is that what you're about to hit me with?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yo, I'm right here.
And that's why I'm saying a double standard. I think this is one of those double, because the girls have a few, and I'm not gonna get into it today. But this is the double standard where I gotta.
Poor K.
If it was flipped, if it was the girl that didn't say anything and the guy
Like if the
found
girl-
out, I think the man should have the right to be like, yo. Because I just think it's different. You're out here selling videos of cooch and titties.
Because girls go ahead and
It's just different. It's just different in my eyes. Now, other women seeing my junk and I'm bringing in the bacon, I just think shawty just need to just
Yo, but there's like
accept it.
There's less of guys on OF, bro. Not saying that there's not, but there's not many guys
now
doing that.
Okay, and I'm one of the top performers, and I'm bringing in the bacon. I need you to grab, take a seat. Oh, Junior needs his diaper change. Go handle that, because I need to send this video real quick so I can get 10K off this.
Yeah, but they're not the one making it. They're the one getting it. If that makes sense.
Who's they?
The guy is receiving a girl's OF. Like they're not the one. Oh,
Oh, see now. Now you got me confused. Now you got me mad confused. Now
they're not doing the OF.
The guy's not doing the.
He's receiving. My bad.
You made me look disgusting.
Yo, my bad, bro. Because I see where you're going. If he's the one making that content.
If I'm X making OF videos to sell,
oh yeah.
My girlfriend should just grab a back seat.
100%, because girls out there.
If my girl is making the OF videos, I think I reserve the right to be like, yo, why didn't you tell me this?
It's got to go both. I see what you're saying. It's got to go both ways.
No,
it's got to go both ways.
In a fair world, yes.
Gotta go.
But this is a double standard moment.
No, yeah.
This
because
is a double standard moment.
Girls would be like, nah, this.
No. And I'm not bringing it up today. I don't have the time.
Yeah. No.
But there's a lot of other scenarios that when we look at it, we're like, that's not right. But the girls will be like, nah. But it's cool for us. So we can have that talk if people want to bring it up, or if there's a girl that wants to sit on this couch, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You just gotta DM the pod. We will get it situated. Okay. Now you're saying if a dude is subscribed to a girl but his girl don't know, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think vice versa.
Yeah, both ways.
I think it goes both ways. Yeah.
But if someone's creating, I don't know someone that.
No, I was speaking off the creation point,
or I don't know
because money's being brought to the table.
I don't know someone who creates OF. No, I don't. That's
now where the girls have like maybe an advantage or a one up on this conversation is maybe the guy shouldn't be mad either if the girl's making OF, because if she's making OF, then that means the guy's not doing his part and bringing the big. What the heck what did I just see?
I don't know.
And that's legal? What did I just watch?
I'm gonna be honest. I think that was clean. And
whatever. Whatever.
That was the slowest 2 steps I've seen in my life.
So that's probably going to be a point in their argument. Like, well, if the guy was just doing his job and actually bringing money to the table, I don't have to sell my titties on OnlyF. And I get it. Okay, yeah, I get it. That could be, but no,
But why you gotta go there though? But the thing is,
sell
the
feet
guys
pics.
Guys pay.
They can sell feet pics.
Girls won't pay for guys, bro. I say this all the time.
And I think that's exactly why the double standard here should be accepted. Because as the guy, if I'm selling on OnlyFans, it's not my money. Whatever Jeff said that one week, my money is her money. But if the girl was raking up, what's Shawty, whatever she was making, 1.2 million a month. The guy's not seeing a lick of that 1.2 million.
That's her money, bro.
That's her money. Yeah. And that's why I think there's a double standard there.
Yeah.
That's why I think. Call me, what's it, what's the opposite of feminist or whatever? Call me whatever. I just know what's up.
Because the money she make is for her, and the money that you make is also for her, bro. That's what it is.
And I won't speak for all women because I know there are women that will they will spoil their man or whatever. I'm just going that there's a consensus that that's just how it goes. The women, if they're on only OF, the money is only going to be in their account. But the man, if he's on OF, I also got to pay for the hair and the nails and the dress and the shoes and the purse.
Yo, you got to support. You're the man of the house. But then don't want to obey to the man. That make sense.
Again, that's another thing.
I'm just saying.
That is another thing. All right. So going off, because you said your actual argument was the guy receiving only F.
Yeah, he was subscribed to some rando.
I think that's wrong, and like we both agreed that in both ways, I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
On both aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. See, I went completely left because I wasn't going. I didn't think that's what you meant.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
And still, we still came to the conclusion that gross.
You have like old work that you would spin the block.
Old work that I'll spin the block. Yo.
Nah, no. Yo. I'm not ready for the answer because I could just tell. My boy said, yo, there's a old granny. Hey.
Yo, she's not a granny.
Wait, that's not what I mean by old work, bro.
Old work? Throwing it back? What the hell is old work?
Someone that you used to mess around with.
Oh, spin the block on somebody.
An ex, a fling, a boo, whatever you want to call it.
Damn. All right, hold on.
Is there one of those that you would be able, of course, not in any like relationship?
No, yeah. I'm trying to think.
That you would spin the block on. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said to Jeff last year.
No. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I spin the block the amount of times I've wanted to spin the block.
Oh, so the block's been spun and you're done. You're not spinning it again.
Yeah. Like I've done enough spinning of the block to know that. All right, I'm good.
Yeah,
I got enough.
You're dizzy from the merry-go-round.
Yeah. All around. Yeah. No. I think I've spun the block enough to be like, all right, there's no more. I don't need to spin.
Yeah, I've done what I came here for.
Yeah.
So to your answer to my question is no.
Yeah. There's no.
Yeah,
I think I've done enough spinning.
No more spinning the block.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have two.
Oh damn.
And the crazy part is they're both in different aspects.
Oh damn. Oh, all right. Let me hear this. I'm a little intrigued.
No. Well, one of them is because she ain't a dead fish.
Oh, active.
Oh, very. Yeah. And I could be the dead fish, but I don't choose to be the dead fish because if we're both, if we're both crashing the boards.
Yeah. That ocean is definitely.
Oh yeah. No, wow. What? Mavericks.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it's just the way she sings to the mic is just superb.
Ah, damn.
It's just superb.
Damn, son. That's hard to find.
Actually, I just thought about someone else. Make it 3.
Damn, 3 redhead.
3.
Let's get it.
Oh. Wait, how do you know it's a redhead? Let me,
bro. I'm in.
How do you know it's a redhead? I'm
in here, bro. I'm in there.
No, but you know what's the crazy part? This is why I hate you, bro. This is why I hate you, bro. Cause yeah. But it's not.
No, I know.
It's not. No. It's just that race loves to have redheads. That's another conversation we can have. Yeah. That race, that race just loves to dye their hair red.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, man.
So yeah, the redhead that you're thinking of is not the redhead that I'm.
No, I know.
I'm referring to.
I know.
Cool.
But I just, something in here was tingling, and I'm like, nah. You know what? I think it's someone. Yeah,
one of them. One of them, she goes to work. She crashes the boards with me.
Yeah.
And the other two, they just know they eat us.
That's awesome.
They're really good eaters.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I might have to spin the block on Shohei Real Talk then, if that's the case. I'll spend the block on that. If
We know you're spinning the block on Shohei, bro.
I'll do that.
It's a 7-game series. We're only on game 1.
Yeah.
I get it.
And only in the second quarter, like a lot of time.
You and Shohei share calendars?
No. But we do have things in our calendars like, hey, yo, if I got this coming up, I put it on my calendar. Oh, you got this? You know, I'll put it on. Like we do it separately.
So it's like shared but not shared.
Yeah, like Shohei may have her own.
Would you do it though? Because you know you can connect it.
Honestly,
you know you can share. Well, being that you both have iPhones, right?
Yeah.
You can share your calendar, so whenever you add something, it pops up on our end
honestly,
as well.
that would be smart. That would actually be very smart.
Just calendar.
I didn't even. Yeah.
We don't have to do the location thing.
Yeah. No, fair game. I actually, that would be smart because I think
you gonna tell me that wasn't a walk?
That was that. Yes.
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That should not have been allowed. Yeah, I think that's smart. You saying that? Yeah. No, I'm gonna make sure we do that because I just feel like we all know my schedule. Me working 60 hours and the weekends and making plans with everyone, and then Shohei's schedule and that it's a lot.
But listen,
I would like that.
I envy you guys. You guys motivate me if I get to if I get to a point in time where I can build something with someone, I think I'm gonna learn from you guys because you guys, listen, I don't know too much about her schedule, but I know a lot about your schedule.
Yeah.
And the way that you still find time to make time for her with this, with the schedule you have, fascinates me.
Yeah.
Fascinates me.
Yeah.
Because your brother. You have, bro, this guy works 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And it's demanding 60 hours.
Yeah.
It's not no light work 60 hours.
Yeah.
It's very demanding. Yeah. So then get out at 7, whatever the freak time in the PM, hits the gym 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Cool. Saturday still works.
Yeah.
Right? And then maybe that's the day that they figure things out. Sunday, we're potting.
Yeah.
And they manage to still finagle with each other.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's tough. It is tough.
That's something I did have. I don't want to say I still do because I feel like I'm learning my lesson. Like I feel like if I get to a point where I can start building, I think I've learned my lesson, and then I have you guys as like a blueprint now.
Yeah.
But it is something along with the communication that I had to learn.
Oh, that's right. Yo, I was literally going to say that. I think communication is key, man. I think I'm still learning.
We don't have to beat the dead horse,
I know, bro. But I'm still learning. Yo, there's different types of communication, bro. I'm like, there's levels of communication, bro. And that's...
You don't say. You don't say.
Yeah, so for me, like I'm learning. So I think that's key. I think the patience that both of us have and learning that we're both learning to communicate with each other is also like the learning curve.
I think and I did a version of the shared calendar. I did that. It just wasn't virtual. We had a magnetic calendar on our refrigerator, and we would write on it like, "Yo, this day I have a doctor's appointment. This day is Juju's whatever. This day is."
Yeah.
So that was a thing that was kind of
cool too.
It was kind of working for us, and then I think we just it like phased out for us. Yeah. But we also phased out, so that might have played a role. But I know I'm sounding like a broken record. If I get the opportunity to build something with someone, I think I would also share my calendar just to make things smooth. Because my issue is, it's not that it's not important enough for me to remember. It's that I also have a lot on my plate. So it might slip my mind if you have an appointment or your friends Sorry, I was about to go left. But your friends having a function or a gathering that I'm invited to with you, and I might have forgot.
Yeah.
Because I'm so invested in the 80,000 things I'm going through a week.
Yeah.
That it just slipped my mind, and I apologize.
Bro, before the injury, you was also pulling 60 hours. So we can't sit here like a lot of work is being at play. You work the 8 to 4, the 8 to 5, then you go ahead and work a 5 to 9. Like you were doing that 4 days out of the week, and then sometimes your job is like, hey, you need to come in on a Saturday. So like that has to come to play.
We were on the same boat.
Yeah.
You and I were on the same boat, along with the podcast being on Sunday. That we also have Sunday softball. Like we do have a lot. Where I lacked though, and that's why I'm using you guys as a motivational piece for me.
Yeah.
Is the time I would have free, I never hit up.
Okay.
I never hit up the hustle. Like, yo, let's go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yo. There's this nice spot with good food that I really want to show you. I'll pick you up at 8.
Yeah.
That's where I lacked.
Yeah.
So I learned my lesson, or I'm learning the hard way, and I think I'm saying I think because I feel like I am growing from it or whatever. I think if the opportunity presents itself, I think I'm gonna be a little bit more mature in the situation.
It goes both ways, man. That's what I've learned. It takes two to tango, man.
It does take two to tango, and I say that a lot. But I see you like this. You really do like this. You like bringing out the petty side of me.
Yeah, dude.
It does take two to tango, but I think I'm also at the point in my life that where I'm just not expecting anything from my partner anymore.
But my thing, you got to be assertive. I think as the guy, you got to assert you got to initiate. You got to be the one.
Because I think that hurt me.
Here's like you said, you got to assert it. Hey, I want to take you out. Hey, let's do this. I think assertive, the person, the man showing that goes a long way. So I think, you.
And that's something I lack. But what hurt me is I expected like my partner to also do it. Yeah. And I'm not putting this on one person. I'm talking multiple partners across the board. Let's not just narrow this down to anybody. I'm not talking about anybody. I don't want that situation. But I think I expected if I'm dropping the ball, I think I appreciate that you pick it up sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe I overdid it. Maybe I took advantage of it.
That's why I say it takes two. I'm poking, but at the same time, it takes two, and that's what I'm saying. Like you may this today, you may have only 50%, where they may have to pick up the 50. You may only have 10%. They got to pick up the 90. Every day is gonna be different.
Yeah.
And you might not be 100%, but that's where they got to pick up your slack for the day, and not just one way. If they're having a day where they're on 20, you pick up the slack and pick up the 80%. And I think that's key. That's learning from each other, learning we got signs like you say. Oh, you look a little yellow. Remember we were talking about that, like stuff like that. Knowing how the partner feels and what they're going through, and then being able to communicate, assert yourself where you need to. Or sometimes I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Listen. You don't even gotta say nothing, bro. Listen. I feel like that's also what I've learned throughout is sometimes you don't even gotta say too much. I think listening to the person that is going through what they're going through, sometimes they just need to get it out.
I got to get back to that because I do. Or did. Let me say that. I did listen. Now, if I ever made them feel like I wasn't paying attention or listening, then I apologize because that wasn't my intentions. I was listening. The thing is, I tend to multitask. So even though I am listening, it might look like I'm not because I'm doing X, Y, Z. But I am paying attention. But I got to a point where if they were yapping, once I hear, this is my situation though. This is my issue. Or not situation, this is my issue. Once I hear something that is super immature or why are we wasting my time with this? Closed ears. So now you're yapping, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not listening.
I see what you mean. Like if it's some sort of and this is not what I mean. Like if it's not some sort of bochincha as in a sense of that nonsense, I think just true feeling of a particular situation.
Let me talk to you about my day and why I'm yellow. All right, baby, hold on. Let me go crack the wine bottle. Let's get to it. But if you're here, especially how I feel about whatever.
Yeah.
And now you're here talking to me about being. I don't want to. I don't. Bro, I could care less, bro. I don't care about this person.
No, yeah. I think
I just gotta play nice because they're your people.
Yeah.
Or this is your coworker.
But I also this is something that I learned. Like I am a very great listener, but sharing, I'm still learning to be a sharer. You know, I kind of like take things all the way. Like, you know, if something's bothering me, I'll let it slide, or communicating what's bothering me and not letting it slide. And not when I mean letting it slide, I mean like just holding it in and then waiting to like implode.
That's like my number one issue.
So I think learning that was also key for me. Like being able to like, all right, that bothered me. All right, because it's bothered me and it ticked me off right now, I'm not gonna say anything. But when we have a conversation, you know, later on the next day, hey,
let's
check this out.
Let's get to the root of it, because I can tell you exactly why. That's a big, you know, that's still an issue, regardless if I feel like I am evolving from it, still an issue for me. Is there a reason as to why it's hard, it's difficult for you to share?
I it's just so instinctual. I think it's because I'm so giving.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I said that one time, like, yo, I literally,
no,
word for word, I said, yo, bro, I've been doing this for 26 years.
Yeah.
One night to today, I'm not just gonna change. And I got looked like I had 3 dragon heads.
Yeah. You know what it is? People are wear their emotions on their sleeve. And I'm gonna be honest, me and you don't.
Nah.
You don't. I can't tell if you're having
I might now.
No, yeah, but
like now
I can't.
Well, sorry. There was one. Baby moms, I'm sorry that I have to bring you into this. There is a point, and I think this is something that maybe drove us away from each other. There is something where I do show it, and I be lying to her, like, no, I'm good, but obviously I can't hide that it's bothering me. There is one thing, but you're right. A lot of others thing you don't. But know.
Like if you're a friend or someone like. Or maybe you're somebody who you may not really know you. You don't know if you're having a good day or a bad day. You don't know if you're mad or sad. You don't know if you're frustrated or not.
My coworkers think I don't have a bad day. And if only they knew the shit that runs through my mind all day.
Correct. And like obviously I know some. I don't know all of the things. And I like I told you, bro. I wouldn't, bro. Couldn't even realize it. And that's how I am. Like you won't know. You don't know the things that you know I go through on a day-to-day basis. You think I'm Eli's just goofy, happy 24/7. But bro, I'm out here fighting. Like you know what I mean?
Demons.
I feel like people only see that side, and that's all that I portray out, you know. But meanwhile, there may be areas where I'm struggling or going through. Life happens where, yo, you have to use your partner in that situation, and I have never done that. Like I'll do it by myself. If I'm struggling financially, I'll figure it out.
And I think
I will figure it out on my own. That's just how I work.
And this is why I'm asking, because that along with, so there's 2 things. The thing is, I don't like being a burden. To me, whatever I am going through, I'm going to bottle it in because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not putting this on you. I can figure this out on my own, and I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't help either because, I probably should be speaking about my feelings. Along with working it out, I should speak on it so then I could just release while I'm trying to figure this out.
Correct.
But then the second thing comes to play. The issue is, I have moments in my life where I do share. Yeah. And it's just not received the way I maybe want it to be received or comforting. And now I'm like, I'm not sharing to you ever again.
Yeah. No, I that's why my circle's so tight, because, you know, I will allow them to come in a little bit and not as much, but I'm just guarded that way because I don't want that same feeling. So I will go ahead and do it on my own, whatever it is, financially, if I got to figure out food situation, if I got a place to live, whatever the case has to be, I'm going to figure it out. And I had to learn, like, sometimes if you're going to rely on a partner or you're going to rely on a friendship, make sure that if that's a friendship, they got to be solid. And you know,
I don't want to sit here and be like entitled. I don't want whoever I'm talking to always be on my side. check me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not always going to be right.
Yeah.
Yo, Ray, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very sorry that you feel that way, but I do think you're wrong. I think this is maybe how you should approach things. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But if I'm sharing with you because something is really bothering me, and then you look like, yo, bro, you a dumbass.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, all right, guess what? Now you're never hearing from me again.
Yeah. I think that's key, and I think I'm definitely learning that, because you know me, bro. I'll meet you one time and, yo, here's my shirt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just that type of guy. Like, I'll do anything and everything. You need it, you got it. 5, you got it. Hey, I'll pay you back. Don't worry about it. Like, if you end up not paying me back, it is what it is. I'm just that type of person. Like, I am very forthcoming. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in my circle. If you're in my circle, like, whatever's mine is yours. And you don't even got to ask. I will literally, here you go. Like, that's just me. That's the type of person I am. But then I had the opposite effect. I don't allow that for the people that I surround myself with to do that for me. And that's kind of like we're in the same boat where I'll figure it out. Like, I don't have to tell you exactly what I'm going through. I'll figure it out. And I'm learning as I'm going on that, hey, I do need to share. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. Get it off my chest, because I have learned when I do get that out, it's like, yo, it's almost like hitting the gym in a sense. Because I do use the gym as a sense of therapy where I'm pushing weight. And at the end of the gym session, I feel good. But at the end of the day, sometimes that 20-minute conversation is like that therapy of hitting the gym where I'm like, all right, not only am I in a good place, whoever I spoke to, friend, relationship, family member, now we're in a good place. You know what I mean? Just building that communication, that bond. So with us, I'm starting to learn that, you know? So I think that, that's key. That's key. Cause I'm still learning and working on it. For sure.
Damn. I didn't think we were going to get there off shared calendars.
We went left.
Yeah, that was good. To end the pod, I just got to ask this quick question, E. I know we spoke a little bit about it before the cameras turned on, but there's just been a few posts, a few Instagram accounts and podcasts that brought this question up, and I never really thought about it because I'm like, I just feel like it's something that's understood across the board. Yeah. But people had arguments, and I'm like, all right, now I gotta bring it to the pod, because obviously we're a sports pod. I can't not bring this up. Yeah. So Antonio Brown, really good wide receiver. You know, really good. It was brought up on a pod, and people were saying that they would put Antonio Brown top 5. Now, what I didn't list and what I didn't tell you, but I don't think that should be the one variable that we should go off, is the person is putting this guy top 5 because of skill set. No. And I'm not going to say yes or no. I know AB was a very skillful wide receiver, but listen, in all sports, skill is not the only thing that comes to play. Yeah. You need the IQ, you need luck, okay? You need longevity. Yeah. Skill's not the only thing, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of skillful NBA players that are probably never going to scratch the NBA playoffs. Yeah. Because of whatever other situation they're in, or whatever other characteristics of an athlete they don't uphold. Yeah. So, that being said, AB, top 5, if not, top 10 wide receiver of all time?
Yo, I don't have him top 5. I think I got him top 10. If I go through this list, I think I have him at 10.
I agree with you, top 5. Because the thing is, and we said this, the issue with me, even anybody putting him top 5, is 4 slots is already taken regardless. Yeah. You can't move 4 wide receivers out of the top 4, and that is, in whatever order you want to put them, that is Jerry Rice, that is Randy Moss, that is T.O., and that's Calvin Johnson. Yeah. That has to be 1 through 4, and whatever order you put it in. Now, if you want to throw AB at the 5th spot, that's on you. I'm not doing it.
No. Nah, there's come on, bro. Larry Fitzgerald was a problem. He was a Marvin Harrison.
That's what I'm saying.
Those two, come on. And, bro, what he did with Peyton Manning, come on. I'm just saying. I'm just going through. And like you said before, if you want to go peak, get some Andre Johnson and his peak.
Andre Johnson's peak is crazy. The 3-4 years in Houston, that's a crazy peak. Des Bryant, the 3-4 years in Dallas, that's a crazy peak.
Julio Jones?
Is it Julio Jones? Now that's where I'm having an issue though, because people want to use the whole skill set thing.
Yeah.
Julio Jones is not skillful, bro. He's out there like OT mossing dudes.
Yeah, bro.
His hands are so large. Oh, what's the one video with the Patriots that he's grabbing it out of the defender's hands?
Yum. Yeah, bro. He's a good route runner. Like, what are we doing?
Phenomenal route runner.
What are we doing here? No.
Phenomenal route runner.
Oh, no.
Okay, and then there's my argument. Well, I technically had two arguments.
You did.
Because I think, I could be wrong, I think these guys are similar, but I'm just picking one over AB, and that's Chad Ochocinco.
Ooh, yeah, bro. He'll have something to say for it.
Chad Ochocinco, if you told me as the GM or as the coach of the Patriots, yo, you can either pick Chad Prime or you can either pick AB Prime, I'm going with Chad. And then my other argument is, cool, because the person also want to bring up, well, you could take AB's 3-4 prime years against anybody's. Well, let me do you one better. How about 11 years of Mike Evans having 1,000 yards per year?
Peak Odell 3 years in the Giants.
Odell went crazy.
Ridiculous.
Nuts.
So, like, there's a lot of players, 3-4 years.
And that's a very comparable thing because both of them are knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But are skillful in their own right.
100%.
So what?
Dude, a highlight reel. Like,
and I'm not here to bash AB.
No, not at all.
We know what AB's about. The great Tom Brady did whatever he could to keep him on the Patriots because he was like, yo, bro, this guy is on a different level. But that doesn't mean that guy's different level is not... Bro, we haven't even named Chris Carter.
Yeah, damn. Yo, it gets you marginal in this top 10, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Chris Carter might be the number 5.
Yeah.
So now, automatically, you're out of the top 5.
You're not top 5.
Automatically. Now, it does get subjective.
After that.
If you don't want to keep him in the top 10, that's because whoever's your 6 to 10 is probably your picks.
Yeah.
Not really, But you better have a legitimate reason, like I'm saying. Are you more skillful than Julio? You're not even as tall as Julio.
Yeah, bro. He's like 6'8".
Oh, AB could route run. So can Julio. Yeah. No, AB barely dropped balls. Julio went 3 years without dropping a ball. And he's snatching it out of people's hands.
Yeah, he's taking it from him.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, throw it up. I got it. Yeah, man.
Chad, great route runner. And on top of that, which AB is, I'm not taking away from AB. Yo, I don't care how strong you are, bro. I'm running you over.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, no.
I don't think I could put him top 5. You can give me a top 10 with him in it.
And I'll be okay with it.
I'll be all right with that. My top 10? Probably not.
Yeah.
He might be like 11 or 12 if I keep it above with you.
Yeah.
And I know biasness come to play. That's why I'm telling you. I think the top 5 is solidified across the board. If you give me someone different than the top 5 that we just talked about, or at least the top 4, you don't know football.
Yeah.
I just don't think you know football.
Go watch some clips.
6 to 10? Hey, be as subjective as you want.
Yeah. That you can pick and choose.
Yeah. Just be as subjective as you want.
But that 1 through 5, you're right. However you want to order that.
There's kids today.
It doesn't matter.
There's kids today. I know the career is not done.
Yeah.
But let's say Jamar Chase and Jefferson have another 3 years of what they're doing. Are they not better than AB? Or at least same level?
That'll be a conversation.
And that's what I'm saying.
For conversation. Very open for conversation.
So that's just me. And Anquan Bolding, we haven't said him.
Yeah, and his little bro.
I think off stats, we can even speak about Brandon Marshall.
Damn.
Off stats.
Wow.
And he's also a tough, big wide receiver.
Yeah. He's strong.
So that's my thing. I just think he can't be top 5. I just really don't think he could be top 5.
Yeah.
If you put him in your top 10, I'm going to accept it because in my mind, I'm already automatically thinking, well, 6 through 10 is subjective.
Yeah. It's however you want to break it down. You want to break it down to skill, you want stats, longevity, you break it down there. But that 5, it's a no for me.
I think it's just solidified. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And that's just me. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. We would like to know. This is probably going to be a short, so people are probably going to comment in that. And we're going to be open to hearing from it. It's all right. It's okay. You know,
I love it.
we're not always going to be right in everybody's minds, and we'd like to see that. Actually, we don't want a bunch of yes men.
No.
We want to see people curse us out because, all right, at least I know we're sparking some kind of conversation.
Yeah. Love that.
You know, at least. But that's all I have for today.
No, yeah, I think we nailed it, man. That was good.
Yeah, that was a great pod.
Board.
That was a great pod. If you guys are still here, and I appreciate that you guys are still here, and I hope you guys are still here, make sure you guys like the video or like the episode if you enjoyed the episode. Subscribe to the channel. I said at the top of the pod, 80% of you are not. 80% of the viewers are not subscribed. Just do us a favor, bro. It just takes half a second. Just hit that subscribe button for us. We would truly appreciate it. Okay, head over to Patreon. Extra. Uncut $4.99 a month. You really can't beat it. And we appreciate everybody on the Apple, Google, and Spotify podcast giving us some love over there. And listen, everybody be safe. We'll catch you guys next time. We love you guys. Make sure you tell someone you love them.
Peace.